Saturday Renegade Culture in the building.
Yeah.
We live and direct.
Direct and live.
Okay. Kamal's MIA at this particular moment in time. He had to go powder his nose. But at this particular minute, you know what I'm saying, we got the ear doctor on the wrong side of the boards. How you get over here tonight?
Hey, man, you know, I got to do these boards on this side now since we're doing it live.
Okay.
So I'm here.
All right. For those who don't know, this is Kalonji Jamachang alongside
the ear doctor,
as we just mentioned. And tonight we have a very special guest. The lady in the red hats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Artist right here she's not just an artist, she's an activist as well, a freedom fighter.
Yes, she is. I seen her all around the place performing on stages, tearing it down. So she does a thing.
Okay. So the ill thing, she has a brand new project out. The sister goes by the name Ife Jie. What's happening, Ife? How you feeling?
What's really good, y'all? What's really good? So good to be in this space with y'all, man. I really appreciate this opportunity to come talk my talk. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's an excellent thing. It's funny, a couple of days ago and whatnot, Ife hit me. She's like, yo, I'm gonna be on the show Thursday. I was like, word? She said, yeah, I talked to your mans. I said, who? She said, the dude didn't answer your phone. Anybody ever answer my phone?
Nah.
Never known anybody answer my phone, right?
Nah,
me neither. So I had to call her because we was talking and whatnot.
Yeah.
I said, yo, who's who called you? I'll let her tell the rest of the story, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want y'all to think that I'm making this up. What happened after that, Ife?
This is real. This is super real. So I called Kalonji. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get on the show, but it seems like somebody's already got me organized. I'm gonna be on Thursday at 1:00. And he's like, word? Like, that sounds about right. But who is this person that, booked you for the show? So I said, yeah, his name is some young man. I think his name's, Trey or something, So Kalonji's like, this don't sound right. Why don't you get old boy on three-way? So I got the guy on the phone. I called Kalonji on the three-way, and we're just going with the whole motion, like, yeah, so where do we send, the money? Because he was charging me to be on the show. Information, and Kalonji's like, yeah, so where's Kalonji at right now? And the guy was like, he's in Columbus. He's unavailable, but I do all his bookings for him, when he's not around. So eventually Kalonji, stopped the dude. He said, yo, I'm Kalonji.
but check it.
Quit, bro.
Right.
You need to quit. You're doing that fraud thing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, yeah, it's really happening.
Before that, I started talking in the middle of the joint, and I'm asking him, I'm like, yo, man, can we get on tomorrow and shit?
Yeah.
Like, we give you 500 if we do the studio. Yeah, I'm at to talk to him because dude was wilding. So long story short, dude had my old phone number and whatnot. So according to him, he said he got me for how much?
He said 33,000.
Damn.
Yeah, he said he stuck me up for 33 racks. So I want folks to call the number and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And say, I want my money back. You know what I mean? So
I want my money back.
We're gonna put the number on the screen and whatnot. So y'all be able to see that. But make sure that y'all check out, call my man Trey, my manager that I ain't know I had, you know what I'm saying? And tell him you're trying to book me whatnot and see how much you charge y'all. But anyway, enough of that BS. Enough of that shit. Wow. Ife has a new album out. Ife, what's the name of the project?
Yeah, man. So I'm very honored to be here because I'm on a mission to spread this word, yo. We're getting ready to drop this project. It's called Street Sankofa, and it's coming out 3/21, March 21st. And I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped as hell. So I wanted to come on here and make sure that the world know, especially make sure Renegade, radio and all y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely something I'm very proud of. Very proud to be able to present this. It's been a lot of good energy that we put into this project. So hopefully it's gonna be well received.
Word. No, it's gonna be well received. It's gonna go quadruple platinum in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure what to do. I want you to tell the people because like a lot of times we've had all kinds of artists on here. We had everybody from Speech from Arrested Development to Star Rock, Robinson, Killer Mike, Last Poets. We had a little bit of everybody on the show. On and on. We couldn't even begin to tell you all the folks. We had a whole lot of dope artists. So we take for granted that when folks check out the show, that they already know the artists. For people who are unfamiliar with you, those 2 or 3 people that's in the audience right now that don't know no better and they went up on it, you know what I'm saying? Explain to them who you are, how you got started in this particular type of work and movement, and let's go from there.
Yeah, so essentially, you know, I started rapping. I tell the story that I first started rapping in church, but I started to really get into the culture of hip hop on 82nd and Crenshaw, messing around with my cousin, who ended up being the seminal producer for our friend Nipsey Hussle. So I'm really honored to be able to say that I came up with those guys. You know, the first time I was in a studio was on 82nd and Crenshaw, my cousin's house, you know, at his mom's house. And we were going into the closet, turned the closet out into the recording booth, you know, and it was ironic because at that time, you know, nobody knew what our life was going to end up becoming, you know, but I remember being in the studio with Rollo and with Nipsey, and then with our other homeboys, Ren Paul, who's also a part of the All Money and family. And so, you know, it was just been a really, really honoring kind of journey to have gone to Atlanta. You know, I left LA, went to Atlanta, got hooked up with MXGM, got hooked up with the activism, like you just mentioned, you know, did a lot of work with political prisoners, Matula Shakur and all of that, you know, and then I came back to LA. And so, you know, I kind of went on my own kind of returning, you know, to my source of where I came from kind of journey, you know, and when I came back to LA, you know, obviously Nipsey was still here. He had just finished dropping the Victory Lap album, which Rollo has a couple of songs on that project. And we were all really excited to see him shine and to see him finally do his thing. And then obviously, you know, March 31st, he was murdered, you know, and I never really would have thought that the journey was going to take us to a, you know, take us to a full circle moment, you know, but after Nipsey died, I really got a real sense of, you know, I was inspired, like many of us, you know what I mean? I think a lot of us learned so much from his life and his legacy, you know, that we were inspired to keep doing or keep going harder than what we were. So I've always been doing these things, you know, but for the first time, I really kind of took more of a charge being here in LA and doing it here in LA, which is a lot different. You know, Atlanta is so loving and so welcoming, you know, that it could be really intimidating doing music in a city like Los Angeles because everybody does something, you know. But I reached out. I went back to where I started and communicated with my producer, Rollo Styles, and I was like, yo, bro, you know, it's one of those moments where, you know, I've been doing this for a long time and now I'm back home. It just makes sense for us to do a project together. And, you know, he supported my movement, saw the vision of what I was trying to do, and we produced this wonderful EP that I'm proud to put out now. So I went on my own kind of Street Sankofa, and that's what I call the project, Street Sankofa, because I kind of feel like, too, in a way, hip hop need to do the same thing. Need to go back, see what hip hop really was about and what the essence of what the culture was that really made us successful, and kind of revisit that as we are anticipating on, you know, how we're going to move forward, you know, the next 10 or 15 years within the culture. Because, you know, it's a lot of stuff that could be changed, and we're not going to we don't have to necessarily get into too much of that. Well, but, so Street Sankofa is definitely more than just my personal journey. I think hip hop, I'm trying to challenge hip hop to do it too, you know?
True indeed, true indeed. Well, you in a great place, great space when you talking about LA, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the good folks out there. Speaking of Nipsey, his mother was a supporter of ours down at the Crash Unity Center. You know what I'm saying? We have our second chapter of FTP is in LA. So, you know what I mean?
No, right on.
You definitely have, you know, you have all the right energy in there from Lamert Park on down. You know what I'm saying? It's always that flavor. So that's a real good thing, man. You know, you this is your third or second or third project right here?
Yeah, so this is my third project. I released my first project. It's called The Godmother of Them All. Kind of like a mixtape that I put out, you know, and then I put out Real Black Girls, which was a real dope project. I got to work with some really cool people on that one. So yeah, so this is my third project. Out of my catalog, if they will, you know.
How did you get to be so revolutionary with it?
Great question. We was born into this. We was born into this. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I came from a revolutionary family, you know, and so my father was a musician, and my father had a band called Milwaukee here in Los Angeles, and he was that guy that at the time, you know, revolutionary culture was very, very, very high. And when they would need entertainment, they would call my father. And so he already had this, you know, kind of revolutionary kind of approach to music specifically. But then when I went to Atlanta and I started to work with the Malcolm X Grassroots Organization and people like FTP, I remember going down to the Peacock, what's that over the restaurant next door to the Peacock, making sandwiches.
Paradise. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hosting the after events.
You say what?
Hosting the events afterwards. We used to do
hosting the events afterwards.
Matter of fact, not to cut you, the first Black August we co-hosted together back in 04. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So we getting up there a little bit, but yeah, that was a minute ago. That's using lowercase Ife. Now you uppercase. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lowercase. Yeah, put a capital on my name now.
True indeed. Put it on it. No doubt. Out there educating in the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? So that's already that's a powerful thing. So you said the album's coming out 3/21?
Yeah, 3/21, man. 3/21. Okay. March 21st. 3 Sankofa is going to be out, and I'm really crunk because I just got linked up with Dallas Austin. You know, he's a notorious producer in really the game, but particularly in Atlanta. You know, there was an era, and y'all know that, especially being, hip hop fans, there was an era that you had to go through Dallas Austin's table to get the stamp and to really get on in the game. You know what I mean? So it was really dope to see that he created a distribution platform for unsigned artists. Right. And I got really excited when I was like, yo, Dallas Austin is doing his own. Like, I got to get linked up with that just for the principle of it. You know, I'm all about trying to make sure that we keep balance to the culture, and one of the things that I know is that the people who make hip hop are not always the people who get to control hip hop. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And to see somebody like Dallas Austin put a stake in the ground to be able to control some things, I definitely wanted to support and align myself with something like that and that type of mission, so I'm really, really hyped to be able to distribute the album through Dallas Austin Distribution Company. And so far so good, man. It's been really, really good working with their platform. And it's been a really amazing opportunity. So yeah, I'm hyped. It's going to be available on every single thing. And then you can always go to www.ife.la. I'm saying my website wrong. ifejie.la to be able to check out not only the album, but we also releasing a video.
Right.
Wow. On the 21st.
Okay. On the 21st.
Yeah, it's called Return to the Source.
Yeah, we got to drop it here on Renegade.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, please do. We shot it right there in Atlanta, so it's definitely got some folks, some familiar faces that y'all see in the video for sure.
No doubt. Minister Serve in the background shouting you out. He keep going like this. I guess he's telling me shout you out.
That's my guy. That's
trying to figure out how tall I am or something. Yeah. He going like this. I don't know if he trying to tell me he grew or what. So I guess he's shouting you out.
You know what? Let me tell you something though about why I fuck with Serve. I love Serve because Serve always would get onto the platform when we were at the Malcolm X Festival or any event that we do. And Serve always made sure that the people knew that hip hop was more than just rap music, that it was culture, that it was power, that it was something that to be honored, to be praised, and really to keep, as a part of who we are. So I love Serve for that, because Serve stay riding for the culture, and riding for what really is the essence of what makes the culture great. So much love to Serve for sure, always for holding us down. He definitely taught me that.
Well, we glad to inform you that this is last day of Renegade Culture.
We shipping them out to Cali.
We sent his ass to Cali. Well, he got all the love in Cali. But anyway,
shout out to LA. He good with me. You good with me, sir.
He good with you? Okay.
Yo, before you get out of here, we got to get your contacts in. Could you spit a couple bars or something? Is it possible? We always love to get our artists to spit some bars.
Is it possible?
Hell yeah. How can I make it? I think about it and my breath is taking. No, my life, it ain't forsaken. It's supposed to break into something. I ain't lying, testifying. Ain't nobody pacifying me. Making my money, gotta get hungry, had to get greedy. Caught in between a hard place and a rock. Ain't no hope for moving forward. Ain't no options to stop. But I ain't no quitter. The harder the lick, the bigger the treasure. Release the pressure from my position. My disposition mainly focused on riding on things, keeping it clean. Living the dream, but who would have thought that I could be the one to see it getting clearer now? Roll the fucking windows down, watch the wheels go rolling round and round and round and round. Homeboy, I love the life that I chose in my pockets right now, just so that they keep on growing. My eyes is open, see, I'm better when I'm down to my very last. Gotta get up off my ass. Soul and pockets can't be broken fast. So yeah, that's my shit.
Strike, you heard it here first.
IFEJIE.LA. Please support the movement, y'all. You can follow me on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, IFEJIE. It's a whole movement, y'all. Return to the real. Yeah, no movement is moving. You coming or not?
Hey, they ain't got no choice. All the way to the Underground Railroad from LA to ATL. Word. You know what I mean? It's popping. Right. Hey, salute Ife. Glad you got the opportunity to come on. You know what I mean?
Thank y'all.
We're gonna bring you back on after the album drops. We can talk about what's the percentage you want to give me, because you know what I'm saying. I know, you know how we do. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't. That part. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. It's been such a wonderful moment just getting to be able to be on the show. So I'm glad it came with a nice little story to, to tell the people, you know what I'm saying? And moral of that story is keep your game tight, bro, because it's a lot of hustling and bullshitting out here right now. Everybody's hungry, man.
Man, listen.
So that's antennas up.
It's all good. Some of these cats gonna be eating without teeth, fucking with my dough, though. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be doing it in the straw. Anyway, we appreciate you. You know what I mean? Keep it solid, and we're gonna be talking to you in a few ticks.
All right, right on, family. Y'all stay strong.
No doubt. Salutes.
Peace.